I have another unboxing, but this is going to be short and sweet. It is a random act of kindness. So I am super curious to know what this is. Let's open it. All right, so this is super cool. This was sent to me. I tore off the label to protect the innocent here and all of that good stuff. But from a YouTube user slash channel, Clyde has pressing issues, and he reached out to me on Instagram, and we had a little conversation around books that we're trying to press and improve, and it's always fun to kind of dig in, these older virtual bins, find some gems, clean them up, learn how to press. Just the whole journey of it all is fun. And he mentioned to me that I talk about how I can't always go to flea markets and dollar bins and find these books and find these gems and everything. And he thought that was interesting and said, I'm going to send you something. And that was pretty much it. We just kind of exchanged information and said he would send it. But I'm really curious to know what this is because I talked about how I couldn't find those types of books in the places that everyone else seems to find them in. So I want to switch over and quickly unbox this and see what's inside. And then I have a feeling, again, I don't know what's inside, but based on the conversation that Clyde and I had, it could potentially spin off into other future content. So let me, I gotta see what he sent. So let's get this thing open. Okay, so here it is, sent very nicely and securely in this cardboard mailer. And it was sent USPS first class. Go ahead and open it up. Try not to slice the comic inside. All right. Let's see. And he left a little note. And he says, "Don't feel obliged to read it on air." So I don't know if he meant the book or the story or what, but certainly gets more and more interesting as we go through. Oh, this is cool. So yeah, I am going to read it, Clyde. I mean, you spent all the time and money to send this to me. Thanks for your great content. Here is a couple of books for you as an act of kindness. I hope they are of use to you. One book is at more value than the other, so both aren't slab worthy. From Clyde. Clyde has pressing issues. So that's super cool. Thank you for including that note. I'm going to keep that, put that aside. So again, this was kind of based off of, I don't want to say my content because most of my content, I think it's split between spreadsheets and complaining. So that's kind of, if you're into that, if you're into, analyzing comic data and values and complaining about comic books and all of that good stuff, then this is certainly the channel for you. And I appreciate that Clyde has been enjoying the content so far. All right, let's see what we got. And I'm just gonna, it looks like these are two books taped together here a little bit. Let me get the tape off. And then I'm just gonna look at both of these together. And then let's see what we got. All right, yeah, super cool, Clyde. I love this. These are books that I go after as often as I can. So here's Uncanny X-Men 191 and Uncanny X-Men 187. So that is very cool. I love it, Clyde. So yeah, I'm going to go through and we'll grade these and see maybe if we can press them up or have some fun with it and see what we can do. But yeah, this X-Men, they're both great. Clyde. So first of all, thank you very much. And this is right in my wheelhouse. John Romita Jr., Uncanny X-Men. You can kind of see my age, so there's no reason to hide it. But these were the books. I mean, we're talking 1984, right? So this was prime young Moneyball Comics, young me, getting these books off the spinner racks and everything, and going to the LCS. And these are the books that I loved as a kid. So this means a lot, and I appreciate that. Now, as far as any sort of key or speculation on this, 191 in particular stands out because this is officially the first appearance of Nimrod. And Nimrod's been kind of in and out of X-Men, was in the House of X, Powers of X, then popped in the last run of X-Men in X-Men 20. And I love that cover, X-Men 20 as well. So kind of an oddball character, android type, but interesting cover too with Vision on here. And then again, you don't see covers like this anymore of all the time spent with all the characters in the background. So I will definitely open these up, grade them out, and see what we got in terms of what kind of condition we have and whether or not they're pressing candidates. So let's take a look. So this is 187, and I think what he told me is that we might be able to have a little bit of fun with them. This is in good shape though, Clyde. I think that yeah, this looks really good. So this is very typical of kind of what I do on my channel too. So if you are new to my channel or you're taking a look at this video for the first time, I will go ahead and try and get really, close-ups of the condition of the book and just kind of go through them in detail and grade them out and store them and catalog them. This book, I would say the back has a little bit of wear at the top. Maybe one or two significant spine ticks there, but all in all, really good shape. The front looks like it just came off the press brand new, like it was there in the LCS ready to pick up and buy and take home at 60 cents cover. I don't see any spine wear, maybe one spine tick right in there. Honestly, or maybe it was right there. Yeah, it kind of disappears, but really good condition on this one. It's really just the top that just has a little bit of, I'll just say wear and tear, I guess, but not bad. I would consider pressing this, maybe just for the overhang on this side here. This could be a color break, but all in all, this is in that 9.2, 9.4 range, I would say. I just graded a bunch of books that I got from Atomic Avenue, and they were in far worse shape than this, and I was giving them like 8s to 9s. So yeah, this is probably a 9.4, 9.2. I think because of the issues on the top that I'm seeing right there, I'm going to have to probably mark it in as a 9.2, but it could be a pressing candidate. So give it a nice pressing. I don't think it needs a clean or humidity, but I'd run it through the quick press and bump it up to a 9.4. So that's pretty cool. And again, I am constantly in the market for these. And these are not necessarily difficult to find. They're just books that I love to add. Any of those like from X-Men late 130s all the way up to like 221 is first Mr. Sinister, so somewhere around like, let's just say like X-Men 140 to 2. Well, I could keep going and going on keys, but let's look at X-Men 191. Again, this looks to be great too. Clyde, you shouldn't have done this. These are in great shape. This looks fantastic. Spine looks amazing. I don't see any spine ticks there. The only thing I see is there's one tiny one right there. Again, it's really hard to see. Maybe just a little bit of dry cleaning right around the character box there. Again, very minimal. I'm being super picky because this is a high grade book. But I would probably just dry clean very, very gently up at the top. Try not to erase any of the ink there. Or I might just leave it. But just up and down the character box, there's a little bit. But boy, looks pretty good. There is some ink staining a little bit right there. Again, I would try to potentially dry clean that, but I don't want to overdo it there. And what I've found is you do get dinged a little bit on color rub, but this is another high grade copy. So, I mean, I'm tempted to give this a 9.8. Corner is kind of it's the wear and tear you kind of get away with. It's not super sharp, but it's not super soft either. So it could be a 9.6, could be a 9.8. Checking that top corner there. I don't know. What do you think, Clyde? Did you send me a 9.8 of X-Men 191? That's awesome. Yeah, unless there's some reason that anything on the back down at the bottom would, and again, I'm trying to really, really get picky in here, but I think it's fine. And then this is just a gentle spine curl here, spine indent. So I'd probably run both of these through a quick press just to make sure. But this one could slip by as a 9.8 on its own. But if there's a grader that's getting really, really picky about that right there, then I would want to make sure that everything else is pristine, because then maybe it gives you a pass. Wow. I don't know what to say other than thank you. That's awfully kind of you, Clyde. I put out these videos and I started this channel because I love the hobby and wanted to document kind of how I approach it and share my methods, because, I don't know how long I'll be doing this. I'd like to say this is a forever hobby, but at some point, I'm not going to be able to sit down with spreadsheets and grade books and everything. And I figured while I'm having a lot of fun with it and enjoying it, I can create some content and share it. And hopefully maybe you get a little bit inspired by some of my crazy methods on how I track things. Your patience with me as I work through the process of learning how to grade and learning how to catalog is much appreciated. And then as it gets really well defined, I think future iterations and playlists of videos will be me maybe going back on lessons learned and creating tutorials and handing out artifacts to share, such as templates for spreadsheets and my recommended utilities for grading tools and so forth. So I'm still in the process of learning, and I figured there's no reason to wait until I master something. I think it's interesting to see along the way the bumps and the bruises that you take. And certainly learning how to grade I've been able to, take a book like this and assess it and feel confident in my abilities to be able to send it into CGC or Performa Press and try and improve things, or also just you're just trying to increase and elevate your collection. Your collection is yours. You should love it. And yeah, Clyde, really kind, really generous of you. I appreciate that very much. So we'll have some fun with these. We'll try and press them out, clean them up. I don't think they need that much. You did a great job selecting these and picking them out in high grade. So thank you very much, Clyde. I just wanted to share that with you and share a quick unboxing. And go out and find Clyde on Instagram, YouTube. Clyde Has Pressing Issues is his handle. and reach out. And part of my mission with getting back into the hobby and starting this channel and being active on social media is to find other people who love comic books like Clyde and I do. And so this was a home run for me because we made a connection and we were able to have some dialogue about collecting and about some of the videos I've been creating, and that's what it's all about. It's all about having fun with the hobby and learning from each other and getting to know each other, and just having fun with it. So I love it, Clyde. Hopefully our paths keep crossing down the road. Thanks for watching. Happy collecting, and see you next time.